Family Entertainment was originally founded as the Family Entertainment Network in 1988 by Jared F. Brown, Stephen Griffin, and Seldon O. Young. The three men had already formed their first company, Living Scriptures, a decade earlier. This company specialized in audio cassettes and animated direct-to-video series behind on biblical stories. In 1991, they launched a sister company, Living History Productions, focusing on animation videos and audio cassettes about historic figures. It wasn't until 1993 that they consolidated under the umbrella company Ness Entertainment. And if you guys are familiar with The Swan Princess, then yes, that was produced underneath the company as well. The company has produced 4 notable animated series. Animated Stories from the New Testament produced stories such as The King is Born, Jesus the Son of God, The Good Samaritan, The Prodigal Son, Lazarus Lives, The Kingdom of Heaven, He is Risen, and more. Animated Stories from the Bible told stories from the Old Testament, such as Abraham and Isaac, Ruth, Esther, Daniel, David and Goliath, Moses, Joseph in Egypt, and more. Animated hero classics featured stories of historic figures such as George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Pocahontas, Harriet Tubman, the Wright brothers, Helen Keller, Florence Nightingale, Marie Curie, and more. I own DVDs such as Ruth, The King is Born, and Daniel. I never really got to own the hero classics, even though I'm very well familiar with it. I actually used to watch them on YouTube before they would get taken down back in the day. I'm sure there's a lot still up on YouTube at the moment. But yeah, I mean, I loved the whole Bible stories that they would tell. Ruth was my absolute favorite, and I'm going to be talking about that in a little bit. Following the Children's Television Act of 1990, which required networks to air educational and informative programming for children, Ness animated hero classics premiered on HBO's Saturday morning children's block. Over the years, more than 60,000 homes, schools, and libraries have used the materials for educational and entertainment purposes. Now, as for the animated stories from the New Testament and animated stories from the Bible series, those were primarily set to direct-to-video productions, but they have limited broadcasts on networks such as the Trinity Broadcast Network and BYU TV. Oh, and also, additionally, Chik-fil-A once carried the cassette tapes from all 3 series as part of their kids' meal offerings. Just thought I would mention that. I mean, I thought that was a pretty cool fact. Let's talk about the man behind RichCrest Animations, Richard Rich, who began his career at Walt Disney Studios in 1972. During his time at Disney, he worked as an assistant director on Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2, and later made his direct debut with The Fox and the Hound. In 1986, he left Disney to establish his own animation studio, RichCrest Animation. One of Richard Rich's famous work is The Swan Princess, which he directed. Now, I'm going to be talking about my 3 favorite films from the animation studios, which is Ruth, The King is Born, and Harriet Tubman. Now, one of my favorite stories in the Bible is Ruth, and I simply love the whole aspect of love. And it's not her love for her future husband Boaz, which is who she marries in the Bible, but it's more so the love that she has for her mother-in-law. And I feel like that when watching this animation, you can definitely feel the absolute love that she has for her mother-in-law. And I think one of the things that really emphasized it was the song, Ruth's song. Now, I forgot to mention this, but there is music that plays throughout the series. So if you pop in any of the DVDs, most likely you're going to get a song. It just highlights Ruth's loyalty and love for her mother-in-law. And her famous words, "Wherever you go, I'll follow," as she cleans Naomi's home, is so touching and warm and heartfelt. They just bring me to tears every time I hear them. Harriet Tubman is one of my favorite American icons. Now, I was obsessed with reading her story. I would read every single book that had to do with Harriet Tubman, and I was just obsessed with her. Because to me, she was like a superhero in a sense. And what I like about this DVD is that it doesn't shy away from the harsh realities of slavery, which was a sensitive but a necessary topic to cover even for kids. And let me tell you, they were adamant of teaching kids about the harsh realities of slavery. There was this activity book that came with the VHS tape. It provided kids with engaging activities such as learning survival skills, singing Go Down Moses, exploring Southern cooking, and traveling through through a maze. It's simply one of my favorite of the whole classic heroes. The King is Born was one of the DVDs I owned, and it's actually Nest Entertainment's first film in the New Testament series. As one of the first films, The King is Born sets the tone for the New Testament stories, blending animation and storytelling in a way that both kids and adults can enjoy. So where is Nest Entertainment now? Nest Family Entertainment now primarily operates through its online platform, Nest Learning, which offers a variety of family-oriented educational resources, including animation Bible stories and homeschooling materials. Now, for those who are familiar with Nest Entertainment, I want to know your guys' favorite film from their company. I mean, is it from the animated Bible series? Is it from the hero classics? Is it the Swan Princess? I want to know. All right, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!